Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and like I promised you all before, we are now going to go over the new Battling Boxer cards. I wish I got over them last night, but like I said, I was really tired last night. It was like 12:30 when these cards came out, and I felt like to get my best voice and my best attitude since I'm sick, it would be better to make these videos in the morning. So let's actually go over these cards and how insane they are. So first things first, we have Burning Knuckle Uppercutter, the Battling Boxer Uppercutter. He's a level 4 Fire Warrior effect monster, 1600 attack, 200 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card once a turn. If this card is normal summon or special summon, add one Battling Boxer monster from your or counter trap from your deck to your hand except Battling Boxer Uppercut, which is pretty insane. So if you don't know, the counters are counter traps, which are actually insane for Battling Boxers. And so this card can either add a counter trap, or it adds another Battling Boxer to hand, which is pretty solid. And then its second effect is, if this card is sent to graveyard by any means, activate one of these effects. Either special summon a Battling Boxer from your graveyard, except himself, or set one counter trap from the graveyard. This guy's insane. Not only does he recycle your traps, but he also respam his monsters. Really insane to help you XYZ spam the board and ultimately take games. A must-have 3 of his deck. We also have the new Burning Knuckle Chef Second, or Battling Boxer Chef Second. It's weird. I don't know why they're calling him a... Oh, it's Chief, not Chef. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm dyslexic. My apologies. It's Chief, not Chef. It's like he's not really a cook. He's kind of like the guy who like, let's do this, Rocky. Yeah, he's like his personal trainer. And this guy looks pretty cool. So he's a level 4 Fire Warrior effect monster. 500 attack, 2,000 defense. You only use the first effect of this card once per turn. When your opponent monster declares an attack while you control a Fire Warrior monster, Fire or Warrior monster, so it could be vice versa. If you just have fires, it works. If you just have warriors, it works. You special summon this card for your hand if you do negate the attack and then banish one monster on the field until the end of the turn. This is basically double interruption. Not only is it stopping the first attack, but it's also bouncing another monster, which is stopping the second attack, and it's also compulse. Not a bad card. And then its second effect is, during the main phase, you can normal summon one Battling Boxer to addition to your normal summon. So basically, it is Elemental Heroes Solid Man for Battling Boxers, which is really solid. So I can definitely see this as a 3 of, just for its second effect, and not to mention it's a pretty cool hand trap overall. Alright, so now we got the third card we must discuss, the last main deck monster that you have revealed. This monster is called Burning Knuckler Promoter, the Battling Boxer Promoter. It's a level 4 Fire Warrior effect monster, 1700 attack, 800 defense. You'll use the first, second, and third effect of this card once per turn. And you can't special summon monsters the turn you activate any of these card effects except Battling Boxer monsters. So this card's hard locking you into Battling Boxers. So they better make the new Battling Boxer XYZs insane so that the payoff is worth it. So first things first, its first effect is if your opponent controls a monster, special summon this card from your hand. Right there, that's a pretty amazing effect. It's Cyber Dragon. And also, or it's really like Photon Nova or Photon Flasher, maybe. It also has the effect where you contribute its card. Special summon 2 Battling Boxers monsters with different names for your deck except himself. That's pretty insane. Their effects aren't negated, so they have an effect on special summon or on summon. They just trigger, which is pretty insane. And then you can banish this card for your graveyard, increase or decrease the levels of all Battling Boxers you control by 1. I think that allows you to act as like rank 5s and stuff, which is pretty solid, because if you don't know, Battling Boxers are rank 4, rank 5 deck. So the fact that this allows them to do that is pretty insane. And yeah, I can definitely see why Rescue Rabbit from the deck with no effects negated would be a hard restriction like that. They definitely don't want you to splash this in other archetypes. Even though I wouldn't be against it, because when was the last time Battling Boxers did anything? Alright, so now we have another card here, the new XYZ. This is Chaos number 79, Burning Knuckle, Souza No Caesar, also known as number C79, Battling Boxer Commander Caesar. It's a level 5 Fire Warrior XYZ, 2600 attack, 2000 defense. Requires 3 level 5 monsters, so it is generic. Hey, Cyber Dragon's got a new XYZ to look out for. Gains 200 attack for each material attached to it. It really is just infinity. Once a turn, if your opponent would special summon a monster, quick effect, you detach one material from this card. Negate this summon if you do, destroy that monster. So it's Solemn Judgment on legs, or Warning. It's Warning or Judgment. And either way, it's kind of insane there. And then its third effect is, if this card has number 79 Battling Boxer Nova Catcher as material, it gains this effect. Once a turn, when an attack is declared involving a Battling Boxer monster and an opponent's monster, you can send one Battling Monster from your hand or deck to graveyard, and if you do, attach the opponent's monster to this card as material. That's actually kind of insane. It's Foolish Burial. Also, it's just removal as protection. That's absolutely kind of insane. It does have a big requirement using an XYZ and stack this guy on top. And the only way I can see that is number 79 Battling Boxer Nova Creature. I don't know what that card is. Is that the next card or is that a previous card? Does that card allow us to rank up into this dude? I'm not really sure. I have to look up what that card does. But really, really cool effect. And it has to be an easy way to do that, because if not, that kind of sucks if it wouldn't. Alright, we have one more XYZ to go over. It's Burning Knuckler King Despedy. Battling Boxer King Despedy. I don't know if I'm saying Despedy wrong. It's a rank 4 fire XYZ. 2300 attack, 1800 defense. Very generic materials. Is 2 level 4 monsters. You'll use the first and the second effect of this card once a turn. Its effect says, if this card is special summoned, take one level 4 or lower fire monster or Battling Boxer spell from your deck and either add it to hand or send it to graveyard. So that's pretty insane. It basically adds any level 4 or lower fire warrior monster or Battling Boxer spell and trap, which is kind of insane. The fact that this card just basically says, hey y'all, we can search or foolish any fire warrior in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Eat your heart out in Infernoble. This card's insane for that deck. I don't know when these cards come out in that new set. I don't know if we're supposed to get that in June or whatever, but this card's insane. A Foolish Burial or a Rhoda for any fire type, any fire warrior, of course, is kind of insane. And overall, just a great consistency. Alright, so for our final new card revealed for the Battling Boxers, we have a new trap card. I'm actually surprised we didn't get a new spell card for the deck. But this trap card is absolutely insane, so I'll take it. So this card is a counter trap. It is called Burning Knuckle Cross Counter, also known as Battling Boxer Cross Counter. And it's a counter trap. You can only use its effect once per turn. You can only activate one card this turn. So you can, even if you have multiple of these, you can't just keep spamming them, which kind of sucks. Because if you could, this deck would be Infinity, which would be kind of insane. But basically what it does, you can only activate this card once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect, destroy one Battling Boxer or number XYZ monster control. If you do, negate the activation. And if you do that, destroy that monster. Then you can special summon one Battling Boxer XYZ from your extra deck using a different name than the destroyed monster. And if you do, attach this card as material. Really, really solid effect. You do have to sacrifice an XYZ or a Battling Boxer monster in order to do that. Luckily, I think Jarhead likes to float anyway. He uses a 2000 beat stick. So, not a bad card. I do like that it's just a negate, which is pretty solid. I wish it was a once per turn. You can only activate one card with his name once per turn. So, it's a hard once per turn. It's not a... You can activate only one copy of this once per turn. It's really countered, which makes sense because this card is absolutely insane. And that's really about it. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much, and see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.